Okay, everybody, welcome to the cast. We're just getting into the lobby right now, so we should be getting started shortly. Today, it's not just me, fortunately. I've also got my co-caster, Monorchid.
Hello.
And we are going to be hosting a game between Operation 1 and Fire Dragon, both of whom are brand new teams. So,
Oops.
and let me just find this. Okay, so, oh, whoops, did not join that. Okay. All right, so thoughts on watching rookie teams, Mono, so far?
It's really interesting. I like seeing their play styles. They often play a little bit more aggressively. You might see like a meta shift because people are willing to try new things out. So it's always a good time, I think.
Right on. Yeah, and just in case anybody hasn't been watching, is it, let me see, is it Fire Dragon or Fire Dragons? Do you remember? I think it's Fire Dragons. Okay, we'll call them Fire Dragons and I'll check later on in the cast.
I'll figure that out.
But in case anybody is unaware, the casting software for 1.8 is a little funky, to put it lightly. And that means that we don't have a mini-map. It means that we don't have a functioning kill feed, so we will do our best, but we may very well miss some action. I just want to make sure everybody is aware of that ahead of time. So I'm going to give the signal right now to the captains that we can get going. Good luck, have fun, and we should be launching here in just a moment because everybody is green, ready to go.
Just to be clear, it is Fire Dragons with an S, so we're good.
Okay, cool. That's what I entered on my side. Reaper of Dragons, it's Fire Dragons, yep. Okay.
Alright.
So let's see what the objective is today.
Objectives at tank.
At tank. Alright, so this is a bit of a spicy one for rookie teams because you can always sneak up, even if you have a defender right on the opposite side of tank, you can always smoke and sneak up on the objective, and unless you have somebody covering from middle house or somewhere in that vicinity, you can cap right underneath their noses.
Absolutely. Yeah, this one's a fun one. I like it. You have to definitely have coverage on both sides of the tank. Otherwise, you're going to get capped on.
Oh, hell yeah. So, let's see. If you're in
this kind of objective as well, it just it helps you identify a bronze team from like a team that's going to like go silver when you have that map awareness of where you need to switch to, like to cover the objective, if you're the last one up or what have you.
Yep. There are a bunch of objectives like that I think act almost like screens, where you can really see who's experienced and who isn't, just on how they handle that objective and how they understand, you know, how far away you can be when you cap and that sort of thing.
Absolutely.
Okay, so far we've got a little bit of a push. Lane 4 from Papa being covered by 4D printing. Looks like Sad Potato Boy and Papa may be confronting each other momentarily. Yeah, looks like they're pushing hard on School Bus, and Sad Potato Boy gets a kill. Oh, we did not get the School Bus guy. He got the one behind White Car. He gets refragged immediately.
We get a team kill from John.
Oh boy.
Out Sheriff.
And where was that? Did you see that?
I didn't see where it was, unfortunately. Trip takes out Robert Daniel, but it's only a down.
Yeah, I'm down.
Yeah, it looks like there's a push over here. Lane 1. Some grenades coming out.
The down person's in center house, second story. It looks like he's going to get a revive right now unless he gets taken out. Trip is looking up through the window. He's firing at him. He doesn't get the pick, though, unfortunately. He saw what happened, though. He had an eye on that just in case he was only down, which is good play by Trip.
Okay, Josh Nick Smith playing with fire here. He's got 4 defenders who could potentially angle on him. 2 in the spawn house, 2 in the middle house. Oh, he just got called out.
They saw him. He heard that, though. He's watching the window. He takes out Robert. straight through the window. He had an idea of where he was, so that was really good play by him, using the audio cues to know that the other player was going to look out the window.
Yep. And somebody, who I can't quite see his name, Fireboss.
Chase takes out Papa.
Oh, nice. There was a flashbang thrown out from Spawn House to Josh Nick Smith, but did not follow up. So he was blinded for sure. In fact, he was firing, but nobody really took advantage of that. So kind of a learning moment there. If you're going to flashbang people, make sure it's affiliated with action. Oh, and Fireboss goes down in the Spawn House, second story.
These buildings are actually working really well for the defenders because they're getting these reses off in relative safety, and they can't confirm their kills because they're only downed and they're occluded from view. That said, he steps out into view and gets taken out by Trip.
Ooh, okay, so guy down in Spawn House, he is calling out, and Trip has no way of confirming. That's true, yeah, it's bugged, so he can't actually do anything about that. So 1v1, gonna have a showdown somewhere near Middle House, I imagine.
So this is where, knowing that you have that occlusion from the tank, that the Marsoc player could rotate around, go lane 4, go up against the fence, and he'd only be in danger from the mid-house guy for a short period of time before he can get behind tank and cap.
Go!
In a normal game, the character, who is that's downed? Fireboss 47 could call that out when he's down, but you can't in this version because of the bug.
Yeah, that's got to be one of the rougher bugs. Wow, all right.
Defenders come out on top here.
Okay, so Fire Dragon's up, 1-0. Thoughts on that first round?
Yeah, so I think the top thing to come away with from that round is that as Marsoc, you have the capability to rotate. Just keep rotating, especially when there's not a few amount of players left. And I think that they kind of knew he was in center house. You don't need to attack that entrenched position. Go around it. You have a really good objective that you can cap on. Utilize the advantages you have as Marsoc instead of playing into Volk's game if you can.
Yeah, it just in general doesn't make sense to put yourself in a position where you're going to be facing off with somebody, like barrels pointing at each other, like you were just saying. So I'm just going to fly the camera a little bit. So he was right here, and he decided to confront the last defender in Middle House. What he could have done is flown through this back area behind Middle House. And yeah, he could have hurt him and maybe rotated, but at the same time, he could come back here, maybe even go all the way to lane 4 and find his way behind the tank before this guy could do anything about it and cap. So just something to think about for these new teams.
Another thing I like to do in that vein is you could throw a smoke to distract him, make it seem like you're going to attack him, but then do that rotation, and then he's not sure if you're just going slow, if you're just kind of camping, hoping he'll come out, or maybe he's rotated. And so it just helps add to that confusion factor.
Yep.
We have to do a couple more on this back, and then we do like 2 more maps on the far left.
Okay.
So you're going far right with me?
Just want to ask the chat. I know in one of my casts, the in-game audio was kind of overpowering voice. Can somebody give me some feedback from your end about whether that's occurring this time? I would appreciate it.
Some pre-fire from Sheriff and through the playground. Looks like he's going to cover lane 4.
Left middle 5.
Robert's carefully moving up prone, trying to get a pick on somebody prone behind the APC. Kind of a new spot in the new version of Suburbia. Really fun spot, honestly, but you're really vulnerable to frags.
Yeah, are you talking about where Sheriff Lake was a moment ago?
Yeah, he's on lane 4 right now.
Got it. Yeah. Shout out to Dyslexic. He shot me from that spot the other day.
Audio's fine according to Vaste. I'm a bit low according to Lando.
That's a good thing.
I don't know. I don't know about that one.
Yeah, I can make some adjustments once this round is over. And someone fires a flare. Wow.
Reinhardt is saying it's just the overall audio is a little low. It's kind of mixed, I guess. Robert's prone, shooting under the white car, lane 4. And I think he actually got that pick. Oh no, never mind. Never mind. He did not. Sorry about that. It's hard to know. The kill feed gets messed up eventually, and then you can't tell who died. So, sad potato boy takes somebody out in lane 1. He almost takes somebody.
Oh.
He put some fire on the spawn house, but it's not enough. And the other player nearby, just in front of spawn house, throws a frag and downs sad potato boy.
Man,
really great response.
I caught that just in time. I went to Sad Potato Boy's perspective right as he got blown up. That was a fantastic grenade, whoever threw that.
I think he's only down, though, so his teammate could pick him up. So if you see the rest of the Marsoc team right now, at least the people in lane 1, they're pushing up really slow. And they need to be working together. They need to be pushing up together. Concurrently, because they had one player assaulting, the others are far back not contributing. So now their team is either down to 2 plus 1 revive available. They'll probably get that revive, but they're all in one single lane, which you definitely don't want to do, especially in Suburbia. You want to spread out. You want to get those flanks on a little bit, catch people unawares on the side.
Oh, and Floral Chase playing with fire there. He almost got caught out by the guy in Middle House. That did not happen somehow. Also interesting that he's bringing a sniper rifle on Suburbia, and Lockheed is bringing it 2 times on his AK-5C. I know that the scopes are a little easier to use now in 1.8, but still not sure it's worth the points because it's such a short-range map.
They're both 2 times, though, to be fair. I don't know why people like the M39. I've been seeing that a little bit more lately, but to each their own. It is a powerful rifle, but I don't think it's worth the 2 points myself.
Yeah, and especially the magazine capacity is so low. I think you're just better off with a regular rifle in most cases.
Right. So Marsoc's still bunched up. They did get the revive off. They have 1 minute and 20 seconds left. I want to see a rotation. I at least go, lane 3. Or something. Spread this out a bit.
Okay, so they've got about a minute. Still 3 up.
Oh, John Snick is right now on cam 2. He's flanking behind the attackers right now. I think he saw him go around lane 1, but he's slowly pushing up.
Oh boy.
He's going to catch Lockheed in the back right now.
Nice flank.
Nice flank. And now he's walking really slow, but he's going to catch Ofloro right in the back. Good flank.
Yeah, that was spicy, for sure.
Speaking about the rotations, if you don't have people covering different angles, you're going to get flanked, especially on a map like Suburbia.
Yeah, I mean,
Everyone's all facing the same direction. It's just not a good recipe.
Yeah, they lost people on lane 4. Like, they basically had no coverage on that side of the map, so they're open to flanking, and by moving that slowly, they kind of turn themselves into targets for a flank like that. I mean, flanks can be a little dangerous. It's kind of high risk, high reward, but, if you're just kind of crawling around and you don't have coverage on an entire side of a map, you're making your life more difficult than it needs to be.
Yeah, so, they need to do a little bit more rotation there, a little bit more spreading out, cover the different angles. That's what we needed to see on that one. Unfortunate, but we have more rounds coming up.
Okay, so
it's always easy to get stuck in the moment for sure.
Okay, we had a drop. Sheriff Lake sent me a message. So we got a few minutes. I'm going to adjust the settings on my streaming stuff so that we can get a little bit better volume levels. Okay, so I just bumped up the audio for both mono and for the game, so you guys should be hearing it a little better on the next round. Again, in the comments, give me some feedback if that is not the case.
Hello. This is mono.
It's just a silky smooth duo of monotone voices on this cast.
Ah, yes.
Ah, hell yeah.
Ah, hell yeah.
It looks like Sheriff Lake has joined us again, so we should be getting back into this fairly quickly. So far, let's see what the kill counts are. Sad Potato Boy leading Fire Dragons 3-2, and it looks like Trip is leading Operation 1 3-2, although I don't know what Sheriff Lake's count was before he left. So,
I'm not sure. I think he had a kill or two at the very least.
Yeah.
And remember, it is a team game. Kills don't necessarily mean everything. As long as you get enough kills to win the round, that's all that really matters.
Yeah, and I will say, just to speak to your point earlier about splitting up, that's something I've been seeing a lot lately. I think it comes from people who are playing in co-op a lot, because that's kind of the style that people do. They kind of cluster up and then work together just through pure voice rather than radio to kill the AI. And in this version of the game, you really should not be doing that. You should be focusing on spreading out, covering your own angles, working together through the radio, and just not leaving yourselves open, like you said, to a flank when you're all grouped up like that. Just made it way too easy to get killed.
And if you are going to run like a really tight formation, for example, on north objective on Subway, where north push is actually pretty common, usually you'll have one player watching for a flank.
Yep. Yeah, it's common.
And
oh, sorry, go ahead.
And, also, like, the less players there are for the attackers, the more likely you're going to see a flank from the defenders, especially if they have 4 or 5 up. So you just got to keep that in mind and keep that internal count of how many allies you have alive and how many enemies are alive. As the flow of the game is going to change depending on that.
For sure. And one thing I'm seeing a lot of on these rookie teams is, or I should say lack of, is checking the tablet. There's not a ton of that. They just haven't developed that instinct yet to just check the tablet as soon as you hear gunfire, you know, assuming you're in cover. So make sure you're doing that, guys. And when you kill somebody, say it.
Speaking of kills, Potato Boy takes one out at Playground. There's another one there. Trip is aware of him. He gets hurt from... oh, boy. Oh. Trip takes him out. But it's kind of interesting. They heard him fire from beyond the bushes, and so they peppered the bushes. Papa did. And that actually was what Trip needed as a distraction because he went to heal himself.
Huh.
So if you know you're in danger, you don't have to heal yourself right away. Just take cover first, get control of the situation before you take your hand off the gun necessarily.
Yeah, that's another one of those skills. It's sort of like when you're... It looks like there's another kill. Lane 1, Sheriff Lake takes somebody out. Fire Dragon's down to 2 defenders now. But it's a lot like when you get a kill, what you really don't want to do is just immediately say, hey, 1 down. Take a moment, take a breath, and make sure you're clear to do that, get in cover, whatever, because I know I, for one, have been caught with my pants down many times calling out a kill because I have one hand on my gun, one hand on my radio, and I just want to report that. And it's the same sort of thing when you're reviving yourself. It's just, make sure it's safe before you do that, because you don't want somebody come storming around a corner and shooting you when you've got a syringe in one hand.
Right, for sure. Yeah, I think we've all fallen for that at some point or another. Fire Boss takes someone out. I believe it was lane 3 that he shot somebody.
Yeah, I was watching that from my perspective. It was Sheriff Lake that went down. So now it's down to 2v2. And let's see, where's this other defender? He is... Okay, so they're both near objective, which is good practice. Robert Daniel Fox, a little exposed in my opinion, should probably be getting on that deck rather than hanging out in the driveway where he's easily spotted from a distance, but it's good that they're near the objective at least.
He does get a pick though on lane 4. He heard the smoke, so he did peek out when he heard the smoke to see if he could get a pick. That is kind of dangerous, but sometimes it will pay off.
Oh boy, 1v1 in lane 2. Let's see what happens here. They definitely hear each other.
Right, Robert's throwing a frag.
Yeah. I don't know if that was intentional or if it just went short there.
That's definitely some property damage. Yeah. Oh, we're going to see. A trade.
Oh.
Operation 1 comes out on top, though.
Wow, that could have gone either way. That's just a matter of a split-second decision there. So far I have to say, I've been watching a lot of rookie games lately. These guys are not looking bad. I mean, they're making a few mistakes here and there, but maybe it's just the game, the overall skill level rising fast, but I don't feel like these guys are showing themselves to be like day one players or anything. Seeing a lot of good practices already.
Yeah, they're definitely seeing a lot of growth really fast, and I do like to see that. I think they, a lot of them had a lot of time too if they wanted to study past games and just study kind of the metagame going in, that they definitely could do that as well.
Yeah, I do wonder what the effect is of having this long hiatus too, because these guys will have an opportunity to do a lot of scrims, watch a lot of footage, get plenty of time in game before the season even starts, whereas if there was no hiatus and they just kind of had to jump in as new quest players or something, I imagine it would be a much rougher experience for them once the season starts.
Right, and you can get that teamwork up, you can get a little bit of morale going. A lot of teams fall apart, I think, just because the morale gets so low from losing a game or two.
Yep.
People take it really seriously, almost too much. It is a game after all, and you're learning, especially as a bronze player. Speaking of the game, Sad Potato is coming out. Right now he's going to fight with Trip in lane 3.
Ooh,
Trip definitely hears him, but he's staking out really far here.
Oh,
and
man.
That's a trade.
Wow.
I definitely...
Oh, go ahead.
Go ahead. You go ahead.
Oh, no, you, Mono. I was going to say, I thought for sure, I think it was Trip who was on Marsoc, but whoever was on Marsoc had that because it looked like they were just pointing right at Volk, but I guess the timing wasn't quite right, or the Volk guy got an incredible snap on that.
Volk guy was just sitting there waiting. He definitely knew he was there. I kind of thought the Volk would win, but that said, he could have used the obscurement to his advantage. He could have waited until he came closer. He heard him come closer to the wall, and he could have just shot through the fence or popped around the corner and surprised him.
Yep. Yeah, a little bit of Peeker's advantage, maybe. And we've got a real cluster on lane 1 here of 3 Marsoc players. Floral Chase and Fireboss were standing right next to each other at one moment, and now we've got Floral Chase and Robert Daniel Fox on each other so much that they are merged as models. Their very beings have become one human, and that is a real dangerous practice. I mean, they're behind the hedges, but if somebody comes around that corner and flanks like they did on that one round, they are both dying for sure.
Yeah, I want to see Robert Daniel looking back, covering their rear. Yeah. They have only one player facing forward right now. Fireboss has moved forward. This is a good lane to attack this objective from, so I'm not totally against it, but they need to be checking common spots, like the where Sheriff Lake is on the porch. Sheriff's probably been hearing all this communication as well. See a lot of kills here. We got 2 kills going out. 2 Marsoc players down. He doesn't know. I think he's trying to get a revive, Robert, but his friendly was confirmed, so there's no revive coming out of that. The last player, or the second to last player for Fire Dragons gets taken out, and so now it's just up to Robert. He does watch for that flank, and he catches it. Really good job there.
Yeah, good job.
But he has his work cut out for him. I know you've talked about this in the past, but the difference between like 3 players versus 4 and 1 player versus 3 is huge. It's so dangerous for him right now if he gets flanked, if he overpositions himself, or if he takes too long just trying to cover everything. It's not a good look for the opportunity to win this round.
Especially at time dwindling. I mean, he's got a minute and a half and he's right next to objective, so it's not the end of the world, but he can't stay behind that Hummer forever, and with that numerical disadvantage, it's not impossible. Crazier things have happened, but it's going to be real tough to win this round.
The problem is they all know he's there, and he actually, I don't think Robert knows that he's the last one up necessarily, because he did talk on the radio.
Yeah, it goes back to checking your tablet, so make sure you're checking to see if you are the last one up.
Robert, or 4D Printing, I just want to call out, that was a really great shot.
Yep.
He had a very small window and he took him out, so good shot there, 4D.
And just gonna look at the comments here. So Navaste, this is my first ScrimCast. It's interesting. Thanks for joining us. And Reaper of Grims. Oh, he's from Operation 1. He played against us the other day. It's tough 3 games playing against Theta. Yeah, you know what? You guys did a really good job. You should not feel bad about that. You actually took, you know, several rounds off of us, so congrats on that. And
I just want to add in, though, it's actually more of a pain to play with Theta than to play against him. So if you could take him off our hands, we would really appreciate it here at Mayhem. Just hit me up.
Yeah, they're actively looking to release me. You know, you don't even have to trade anything.
No luck so far, but you know, we're working on it.
Yeah, Theta actually pronounced my name correctly. Well, I figured it was like Namaste, but Navaste? That's what I would figure. So, I don't know. I guess I just guessed correctly on that one.
You're pretty much the best, Theta.
I know. I'm the God Emperor of tutorials.
This one I gotta
But no, really. I have no idea what I'm doing, though, for just being real.
Or do you want to go lane 4 again? How long?
All right, so the objective is in the garage.
After I die,
That spawn house.
this round, I'll just plug it in, and I'm gonna keep playing while plugging
A lot of communication from Fire Dragons at the start here. We're gonna have 2 in center house, and 2 possibly 3 in spawn house. Oh no, 1 player is in lane 1, pushing up pretty aggressively here. Oh, he's going to this interesting corner spot that I haven't actually seen yet.
Which
I do actually like this spot. Camera 2, Lockheed.
Gotcha. Oh, yeah.
That's an interesting spot. I kind of like it, other than it being pretty dangerous that they catch you out and you don't get the kill. He does catch out a player, though. Downs him. He needs to confirm him. I think he tried, but he missed. And just a little quick tip on confirming, guys. Although it's not the case right now because body armor doesn't work, but body armor can block bullets even when you're down. So if you hit him in the body armor, you won't necessarily kill him. So do a couple shots on them when they're down, not just the one.
That is the worst, really. Like, you shoot somebody 2 or 3 times and then they don't die and you don't realize it just because they have body armor on. That has happened to me so many times.
Absolutely. And sometimes it's just a little iffy. You're like, I know I hit him and I hit him several times and he's not down. I don't get it.
See, you got everybody on Mayhem makes fun of me for unloading half my box mag into bodies, but there's a reason. Not aside from the fact that I have terrible aim, which is a valid reason to begin with.
All right, so as far as the rest of the push, we have a strong lane 4 push coming out of Operation 1. And they have 2 players just kind of in the center of the map, 1 in playground, 1 in center house in the backyard, kind of pushing up. He threw a flash in the door hoping to catch someone out, but he's not capitalizing on it. I guess he could be trying to get someone to run out and check and get the pick there. I have seen that work. He definitely hears them talking as well, so they know that there's probably 2 people in center house. I like Papa's angle looking here. He's trying to catch people on the side out. He was looking in the window of spawn house as well, trying to get a pick.
Looks like Trip may very well get this revive because Lockheed or whoever it was in that spot is gone. Yep, revive's coming out.
So it's unfortunate to see. You got the kill fair and square, but it was taken from you before you could add it to the good old KDR board.
Yeah, I want to add to Lockheed's using a laser, which just bothers me. So, guys, don't bring lasers.
It bothers me too.
Don't bring lasers. They are not... There's no point. In night maps, they will just give you away. You know, Lockheed might get this kill anyway, because it's the same person he downed, I believe. And lane 1...
He's pushing up really hard. It does pay off for him, but it's pretty risky. If someone popped around that corner, refragged him. But right now, he's doing kind of a flank. He could have seen Sheriff there. It was just a little bit unlucky missing that. But he is moving for the frag. He hears some shooting right behind spawn house, or mid house, I should say, sorry. And it looks like he's probably going to get a couple more kills here if he plays his cards right.
Okay, so there was just a kill near spawn house. It looks like Operation 1 pushing in the middle house now.
Okay.
Lockheed is pushing up slowly. He's going to catch Trip and I believe Sheriff in the back. But he's going a little bit too slow here. His team needs to call them out. Call them out that they're in center house. That way Lockheed can know and come help out.
Yeah, needs to be quite a bit more communication here. Trip is also...
Sheriff here's the flanker.
Okay, so these guys...
But Lockheed pushed us back.
These guys in middle house have to know the Trip is there now. Okay, now it's evened out 3v3.
Lockheed's going back for a flank right now. His mic farting is giving him away really hard, though. It's just really, really loud. Holy crap.
Yeah.
We do see a kill. Trip actually saw Floral running out in the open, but his gun wasn't loaded. He had to reload.
Oof, that was close. That was really
That
close.
was really close. Meanwhile, the last player up's like, what's going on, guys? What happened?
Yes.
That was a really brutal fight there in center house.
Center house always gets messy. I don't know if I've ever been able to think of a time when center house just goes uncontested when it's anywhere near the objective. Although I guess in this case the objective was in garage, so I don't know. I don't know what happened there.
I just want to shout out Ranger 7764. Fellow lefties got to stick together.
Yeah, about that.
No one cares about stinky right-handed people.
Yeah, I mean, left-handed people are like, what, 10% of the population? I mean, we just put them on...
10%.
Just like, put them on cruise ships and then just let those ships sail into the sunset without any gas. That would be fine with me, just saying.
To the utopia of left-handed people. That sounds good to me.
Yeah, they'll just start a colony.
Yeah, something like that, yeah. I think you guys should pay tribute, though, still, and pretty much the only reason I associate with you anyway, you know?
That's true. It's all the sacrifices that go on in the cult of Theta.
Yep.
Participate in that.
Unfortunately, I seem to get sacrificed more often than not, though, so...
As is tradition. Isn't that Australia?
That place seems a little dangerous for my taste. I don't know.
So let's just review here. Australia was originally a penal colony. It's filled with dangerous, poisonous animals. Yes, sounds like the perfect land for lefties.
That's because we're tough. Thank you.
Team 1, over here.
It's only team 1.
4 is that way.
We're going 1.
4 is that way.
Some confusion
4
about...
is the other way.
Oh boy.
Which way?
They're not sure of the
We're going 1.
the lane numbers on Marsoc.
We'll go forward together.
Losing about 10 seconds on their push there.
I know that pain.
Yes. Yes, mono and callouts. Name a less iconic duo.
Mono and capping?
Yeah, touche. Touche.
All right, so we got one defender, lane 2, pretty good spot, Sheriff. We got 2 people center house. One's looking through that side window, something that I don't recommend. You more often than not get picked. Trying to look through that side window from the center house, looking into lane 1. So it's generally recommended to not look through there, at least not at the beginning of the round.
Here, go around.
Okay,
And then, go ahead.
lane 4, we've just got another cluster over here. Again, if someone's on that lane 4 corner, they're not this time, but that's a very common spot, or in the treads of the APC. All 3 of these guys are going down.
Oh man, it would be so juicy.
Yeah.
I often pop around that corner and shoot that spot. It's so common, and would go to got 3 kills at one point.
Down,
We
right
do
here.
see a kill, or a down actually from Operation 1 on somebody in Fire Dragons. They're trying to confirm, but not quite getting him. The lane 1 push has been neutralized.
Yeah, Sheriff Lake about to get a confirm on Fire Boss, and he actually threw a really good grenade to get Floral Chase down.
Oh, did he just get team killed?
Oh, he did. He did. Oh, man. That's too bad, because there's 2 revives available for Fire Dragons right now, so he just potentially deprived them.
Hey,
What?
He was trying to take his kills.
That's true.
So he shot him.
And now that you phrase
sounds
it
fair
that
to me.
way, I applaud him, because there is nothing more glorious than stealing your teammates' kills in Onward, especially if your teammate is mono.
All right, so now we have a strong push lane 4 still. The 3 players kind of moving really slowly. They've made a little bit of ground up, but they have a ways to go. They have 2 players in center house that they got to contend with. That said, both players in center house are now on the first floor looking out towards the center of the map. Especially if you're going to be in such close proximity to another player, I would recommend not looking at the same angles and being in the same spot. Cover all of the angles. There's a lot of angles to cover. Marsoc players, if they're going to play their cards right, are going to be sneaky. They're going to move around, rotate on you, and they're not going to all attack from the same place, especially once you kind of move out of the Bronze League. So you want to try and set yourself up for success.
Yeah, Sad Potato Boy, 40 Printing about to have a confrontation in the front lawn. 40 Printing gets him.
Nice shot.
Yeah, good setup there. Good setup in general. Lockheed's about to follow in his footsteps, though. Maybe. He's kind of bunched along his fence.
You never know if you can actually hear him due to the sound bugs in the current version of the game. You could possibly not even hear those gunfires going off. That said, I think Lockheed is aware of what's going on. He was keeping an eye on center house, because if he gets tunnel visioned, he could die that way.
So Lockheed tried to revive the dead body, so check your tablet first, guys. And also, if you see a corpse like that, you should probably be checking first to see where those shots came from that killed your friend before you go for a revive, even if they're alive.
40 actually got Lockheed as well. Killed him in the same spot. Yeah. If you see a dead body, especially if it's recent, you got to be really careful about going the same way. I think it's pretty common too that once you get, like, if you got a kill in a certain area, you're gonna want to watch that same area, because you got a kill there and you think there might be more people there, for example, and people kind of get like tunnel visioned. So try to attack that person from a different angle if you can.
Yeah, I will say so. I played in a bronze/silver team first, and it wasn't until I started playing with James and the rest of you guys on Mayhem that the whole idea of really paying attention to where you're looking was drilled into my head. And man, for some reason, like, that is so critical. It seems like such a small thing, but God, like, if you're looking at the same places that all your teammates are, it's such a dangerous habit. But you
Absolutely.
You have to kind of train yourself in order to not do that, because if you don't, then you just will do it unconsciously and not even realize you're doing it.
And I do want to just point out too that we joke about stealing kills, but if the other player can't or isn't, or maybe they're dead, they're not confirming their kills for whatever reason, confirm them. You want them dead immediately so they cannot be revived, so they can't call out your team on the radio, even if it doesn't work right now. Get used to that habit. Everybody dies. If you're not being stealthy and you don't know if someone's been confirmed, confirm it. Shoot that body. A couple bullets isn't going to kill you, and it might just save you from having the odds flipped in your favor, right? Or against your favor, or whatever you want to call it.
Yeah, and then if you don't want to fire a shot, if you're in cover or something, just knife the body. But in general, just confirm any bodies you see. It's just good practice, especially now that El Vegas has opened the Pandora's box of playing dead, and now every new player in the world seems to think that's a viable strategy. So just, you see a body, no matter what, just shoot it, because if you don't, you could get called out the moment you walk away from it.
Speaking to Bracer here, Snow Peak is coming back. Abandoned's supposed to come back as well. They just haven't got the ready for quests yet.
Papa getting very aggressive early on for defense here. He's pushed all the way up to center. And nobody goes down on that burst of fire. So we have
3 players
yeah,
over by the tunnel entrance on Marsoc. 1 player pushing up tunnel now. Sheriff calls out his location to all the enemies.
Yeah.
They hear him, call him out. Be careful about those self callouts, guys. Let the enemy team figure that out.
Yeah, tell your teammates where you're going before the round starts so that everybody doesn't have to know where you're going afterwards. Because, yeah, like you said, the moment he said that, this defender, Papa, rotated around to look at the tunnel entrance because he knows there's somebody in there. And he didn't even know he was there until he heard that call out, as far as I could tell.
Did you get the score, by the way, for Suburbia?
4-2.
4-2. Ooh. Fire Dragon took out Trip, who was kind of sitting out in the open, not in a spot I generally like. And especially if you know that your flank is exposed, you know where they're coming from. Reposition. You don't have to stay in the original spot you went in if it's not gonna a good spot anymore. Repositioning as a Volk is often a really strong strategy if you can pull it off.
Yep.
We're now down to a 2v3, 2 for Fire Dragons, 3 for Operation 1. We have a player in the yellow room, I believe it's called, who has a really nice position to stop the rest of the Marsoc aggression.
How many of them are dead?
Yeah, Lockheed using an MP5, Floral Chase using a sniper rifle. I feel like some of these loadouts need to get adjusted, guys.
No, I'm going to slap it out of their hands with my camera. It's not working. Lockheed gets a surprise there. Joss is trying to confirm it with a frag. Or actually a flash. He's pushing out hard. I don't think Floral got hit. He tries to get the pick, but he wasn't able to.
Yeah, nice defense.
Probably trying to pick him out with his sniper rifle scope and CQB.
Yeah, guys, even if that gun feels good to you, just realize that, there's a reason that if you watch high-level competitions in this game, people do use a fairly limited number of weapons because those are the weapons that are the best. I mean, it's just, you look at the statistics in the game and you think about the features of the weapons, you can say that some weapons are just objectively better than others. Like the MP5, one of them was just carrying very weak weapon, and it often takes many rounds to down somebody. So, why make that challenging for yourself when you could have like a Mark 18 or something that'll kill them with 1 or 2 shots? It just doesn't make sense.
There's so many reasons, but anytime the quicker the time to kill is in a game, the more the disparity grows. And there's just, it totally shuts out shotguns, totally shuts out sub guns. There's no reason because all the best guns cost 1 point. If the points were increased on the meta guns at the very least, we would see a lot more diversity in guns, I think.
Yeah.
But it still would be mostly like a bit like a skin change, more than anything else.
Yeah, it's just true in any game that you're going to have some elements that are superior to others, even if there's a large selection. Like, you look at fighting games, for example, like, a Street Fighter or something, there really is only a small number of viable fighters that you can play with, and then it's just a matter of picking the right strategy for those fighters. But, if you pick an inferior fighter, just like you pick an inferior weapon, you're just by default fighting an uphill battle. And when you're competing at a high level, you need every tiny advantage you can get. So there's no reason to do that to yourself.
Absolutely. I totally agree. And this is a game that doesn't receive very many balance changes as well. So this, the strategies that have been working since the beginning of the game, as far as numerical ones, like guns and their stats, they've already received very few balance changes. So the same strategies went out.
Yep.
Robert takes some shots, trying to get the people near tunnel entrance. Doesn't quite connect. They have there seems to be a really strong inclination to come through this tunnel side, because we have 3 players attacking on this side, just like last round.
Okay, it's Josh Nick Smith creeping up on the objective right now. One of the Fire Dragons goes down. Who was this? Okay, so
Sheriff took him out from tunnel.
Yeah, just right on objective.
Really pretty good shots here. He was looking at him. I think he probably shot him in the arm before Sheriff could be seen.
Yeah.
Sheriff hears the other guy talking.
Oof.
and shoots him as he was sitting out in the open.
Yeah, guys, if you're going to use the radio like that, again, you've got one hand that you're not going to be able to use. Oh, and there's a trade right there next to objective. But if you're going to be on the radio, make sure you're not out in the open like that, because there was just no reason to expose yourself in that particular moment.
Okay, so if you look at the current state right now, Sheriff's pushed up really hard. They got a lot of picks. If their kill count's accurate, they know there's only 2. And he takes out both. They must have been lined up. Unfortunately, I didn't catch that one. But just kind of going back to the point I was about to make, the rest of his team needed to push up. They knew how many were left. They need to be a bit more aggressive. They need to form a battle line and attack together. And, possibly at this point, even try and get a cap.
Yeah, I mean, in that case, there was only one person left, and, in this particular objective, I'm just zooming through it right now. Can't see it. So if you go into this little corner, you can cap, and that person who was over here, he's watching that angle, but if you can get through there, they're going to have to sprint across the map to get you. So if you can cap quickly, that's 2 points on the board. So just, try to consider that. Obviously, killing and winning is fine, but if an opportunity like that presents itself where there's only one defender left and you have an angle for a potential cap, plus you have teammates available, probably a good idea to try and coordinate on that.
Absolutely, yeah. We need people need to spread out a bit. Like you were saying, that people tend to group up too much. I don't know if it's because of the AI thing or just because it's like familiar and safe feeling.
Yeah.
But you can work together while not being right next to each other. And if anything, you should only kind of be, in most cases, near one kind of person that you're working really closely with. And then within that framework, those 2 people are working with the team together. Think of it like a little fire team. You're covering each other as you move up. You're getting refrags that the other goes down, that kind of stuff.
Yep.
And covering them while they're engaged with another person.
Yeah, that's really, I've harped on this in my videos before, but that's really what makes this game hard is, oh, wait a second, I just realized we're down 4-4 right now. Looks like we might have had some drops. Let me just check in with the captain here. Okay, no messages, maybe it's just random there. We'll wait for them to come back. But the hard part about Onward is not shooting your gun, it's not throwing grenades, it's none of that stuff. The really hard part is figuring out how to coordinate effectively with people. And most of that comes down to breaking bad habits and then replacing them with good habits. And that's a process that takes time, and it usually helps to have somebody experienced to play with. Otherwise, you're going to fall into bad habits that are very hard to break in the future.
Do you want to check out camera 2?
Oh,
we got some.
You son of a bitch! I'm not gonna hang out there. I should have known.
We are now doing a 4v4 scrim. It looks like.
I'm only seeing 3 on Operation 1.
I'm seeing 4.
Oh boy! I wonder if this is a bug right now.
Well, I spring it up. I saw 4 in yours. Are you blind, old man?
Let me see here.
Yeah, Floral Chase, Robert, Daniel Fox, Sad Potato Boy, and Fire Boss on the Marstock right now.
I was thinking of the wrong team. Volk only has 3 right now.
I thought you were dead, dude.
No, they don't. Volk has Trip, Papa, 4D Printing, and Sheriff Lake.
Alright, that's weird, because if you look at my stream, I'm looking for the selector here, and I only have 3 coming up. That's bizarre.
Yeah, none of them are showing up at all, except for the Floral Chase being dead.
That's
like
weird.
They don't have the little thing.
1.8, am I right?
Yeah, am I right? Yeah, I can't click it. Maybe no. Okay, let's see. I see 3 up. We'll see after this.
I've got 5 dots on both of them up top, so I'm not sure exactly what's going on.
Yeah, that part's definitely screwed up. But they definitely only have 3 up right now, I think.
Okay.
But I just want to say that Cargo is a pretty small map, but the way these teams have been playing it, it's like half the size, because no one is going on the east side, pretty much at all. They've always been attacking up the tunnel side with a really strong 3-man plus pushes every single time.
which is a really curious choice because, at least in my experience and in my opinion, tunnel is an incredibly volatile area. It's very risky. I mean, if you get caught there, especially if there's more than one person running up the tunnel, like somebody throws a flash, which, you know, like Izzy, for example, is great at doing that, at identifying people in the tunnel and flashing them. It is really messy, and you can die very fast. I personally try to avoid the tunnel. I will go in there just to spice it up sometimes, but, you know, using that as kind of the cornerstone of your cargo strategy is not a great idea, in my opinion.
Yeah, and nobody is really controlling these center buildings, which are really strong points to defend, either catch them as they're coming out or defending inside of them. Sad Potato Boy might have seen Trip clip through the back of the wall there. Sad, I'm pretty sure sees him then. He was trying to frag him, but he couldn't get his gun out in time. If you check right now, camera 2,
Okay.
you can see
yeah.
you can see Trip sticking through the wall, guys. So always push yourself off the wall a little bit. Don't put yourself as far as you can, because you will clip through it. And enemy players can see you. They can shoot you. It's illegal to shoot you through the wall like that. So it's up to you to make sure that you're not clipping through the wall. Especially if you're prone, your legs will stick out a ton.
Oh, yeah, Trip is really sticking through right now. And like you were saying, like, it's legal. You know, if you're poking through and somebody sees it and shoots it, that's just part of the game. So make sure you're creating some space on that wall.
And just to clarify as well, if you're 50% clipped in a wall, you can get penalized for that.
Yep.
We do see a Marsaw kill from Robert, taking. I think it was Trip that he took out in the center building.
Okay, Robert Daniel Fox tries to revive a dead body. Again, guys, check your tablet. Make sure they're alive before you do something like that, because you do not want to get caught with your pants down holding a syringe out in the middle of the open like that. Also, for Trip, you know, when you're in that position, aside from poking through like that, you're in a good spot to catch anybody who push from spawn, so really no reason to poke out, especially when you've got teammates near the objective handling those angles. So try to get them to come to you, make them dig you out. Do not make Marsaw's job easy.
Daniel is slowing down and being the last one up. Unfortunate 40 was looking right where he was coming out. But he was doing the right thing there. He was sneakily trying to get picks.
Yeah.
Whittled down the defense. It just didn't go his way this time. So, but good job for doing the right thing.
Yeah. It was a good try, for sure. All right.
Operation 1 might just run away with this series right here. Fire Dragons needs to pull it back. They do have a good chance being Volk. They have the defender's advantage coming up here. Looks like the rest of their team is now in the game as well. We are back up to a 5v5. We have South Branch joining Fire Dragons, and Josnick Smith rejoining Operation 1 for the rest of this match, maybe.
Nice. Yeah, I wonder what happened there. Maybe just technical problems, which is unfortunately common. I like to say it's never a game of Onward without technical difficulties. That's been true for a long time. And just while we're waiting, just a quick plug. If any of you new people out there are interested in jumping in on scrims, get some experience without any pressure, and kind of mix it up with some veterans as well, there is a link in the top left of this, invite.gg/ThetaVR. We have a little crew we're calling the Kool-Aid Crew. So hop in there and sign up for the Kool-Aid Crew if you guys want to do some scrims. All right, shameless plug over.
You're not shameless.
That's true. Oh boy, South Branch bringing flashlight. Guys, really, you don't need the accessories. Just no reason. I know people like to experiment with stuff, and that's fine, and this is just a scrim, but you know, if you're going to move up in the ranks and you're going to face off against high-level teams, that kind of stuff will hurt you, especially with a flashlight, because they can just spot you from a long way away.
Check camera 2 right now.
Oh yeah, Trip is... oh, he's back.
Oh, he's back. They were giving him the old knife treatment. Oh, wait a second. Oh, the colors were wrong. I see a Marsoc player with the red outline
I see
through
that
the wall.
too. Dude, I thought somehow
I thought there was a bug.
teleported there, dude. I didn't know how that happened.
That bug still exists in the game. It's been here since 1.7 or earlier.
There's so much I want to say right now, but we're in public.
Fire Dragons, it's got this interesting prone position. They all expect people to be coming down the tunnel, and they have 2 people trying to prone out the tunnel right now. So it has been working out well. This kind of goes back to the donkey space thing. You know that they really like the tunnel. Time to counter it, even if they keep doing the same thing over and over again.
Yep. If you know somebody's throwing paper every single time, you know, make sure you throw in scissors every single time. And yeah, I don't know why they keep stacking the tunnel like we were talking about. That's
really nice frag. He takes somebody out behind in the grenade corner or whatever they call it.
Oof, yeah, that's a real common spot to get fragged in. So just something to keep in mind, guys. Don't hang out in spots where people are going to throw grenades pretty much every time. Ooh, Fire Boss, and I can't tell what their name is because it's not showing up on Marsoc. Just missing each other, but it looks like that's about to change. Oh yeah, he's gonna have an... Oh, he doesn't see him. He doesn't see him. Oh no.
4D printing is actually pushing up the center of the map right now. Crouched, very slow. Unfortunately, he heard, or like his audio feedback, you could hear it through his microphone.
Ooh, somebody just went down, but dots are not
Flores.
reflecting that.
Floral took him out with his SKS with 2x scope.
Yeah, some of these loadouts
It's a
are
weird one.
definitely questionable.
Dude, I'm lagging.
Yeah, he's moving out of barrels right now. I don't know if I agree with this, but he is trying to keep himself obscured by being in a slightly different position. That said, the barrels... Oh, nope, he's going to stay. You're not listening to this, are you, Floral? Huh? No.
Okay, one goes down near the tunnel. Sheriff Lake takes him out. I just want to point out this comment. Correcting your spelling only intimidates Reinhardt. Beautiful. Thank you for that. In case anybody doesn't know, Reinhardt is unfortunately illiterate, and for only $1 a day, you can teach him how to read.
Oh boy. I wasn't going to say anything, Reinhardt. I had your side here.
He was thinking it. Don't listen to him, Reinhardt.
Yeah.
Okay, good. I thought you were dead. We got
Hey man, don't pick on the gimp, basically.
Sheriff Lake goes down. That is from Sad Potato Boy.
I just want to whine right now. Take the moment to whine about how the kill feed is terrible. It's really annoying to try and figure out who kills who.
baby. That's how you do it. Let's go.
Fire Dragons takes a round.
Yeah.
Is
good.
this the comeback?
I hope so. I want to see this get spicy. I want to see a tiebreaker map. I don't want to see... Don't get me wrong, I like both teams, nothing against either one, but I just want to see the spice. I want the spice.
It's always funny because the casters always say that they want a good, even game, trading blows back and forth, a nice comeback story. But Operation One's like, dang it, we could have been 4-0. I don't care about the viewers.
I know. When you're playing, you just want to blow out, of course, which is natural.
Yeah.
Let's see a cap. Yeah, I want to see a cap. Fire Dragons, make it happen.
Livingstone in the comment sounds like he's about to start an AMA. Hello everyone, I am the captain of Blackwatch. Ask me anything.
Like when we tied up thanks to the glitch on Bazaar. Yes, I remember that.
Okay.
The old Mercy
We-
point.
Let's move around. I'm gonna
Operation 1 actually lost a player. They were playing 4v5 now. In these kind of situations, guys, you can always reset.
Yeah, don't forget about the power of the reset.
Who knows if they have another player ready to go, though, or what's going on. They're just saying just play it out.
Yeah, that's fine. I mean, it's a scrim. You know, if it was a match, a reset would definitely be in order. No reason to give yourself that numerical disadvantage, but it's a scrim, especially you're ahead. Like, yeah, let's just play it through, whatever. Sad Potato. With the, oh, he's got a little yelp there. Wow.
I'm glad you heard that too.
Hey, just for the record, we've all been that guy. It's happened to all of us.
Oh man, it's so funny.
My yelps are just a little deeper and more monotone than that.
Oh. How'd he do that?
Oh.
Now we see another kill coming from Marsoc onto Operation 1. It's not looking good for them. I think they're down to one player, possibly two. Two players. One player behind the objective. Okay, so I don't like this layout they got going. They hear smoke covering the objective. Their one player on objective isn't watching it, and their other player was on the clear other side of the map. And isn't watching objective. He is slowly making his way back. Oh, never mind. He's actually pushing out, attacking the Marsoc right now. Meanwhile, Fireboss is moving up on objective right now on 2, and he's clearing out the back. He's gonna go for a cap.
Do it. Oh,
he's pulling the tablet.
Tell your friends.
Tablet is out.
Tell your friends you're capping always. Oh boy, so I've got all X's on Operation 1 on my screen, but obviously that's not the case.
They have one up. He's way up in the back of their spawn. So this, you gotta have tablet aware, especially for flanking. This.
Oh, he's got quest farming going on too.
Oh no. Hold those in. You just need to hold it for a little longer. That could have gone really badly for him if the defender was nearby.
Yep. And that sucks because that's not his fault. It's just the headset.
I think if you lower the volume of it, it might fix it. Someone was saying. I don't have a quest, so I don't really know.
Same. I'm not sure.
Yeah. So if you're gonna flank, you got to be aware of what's going on, and you got to be defending the objective. That's one of I'd say it's like the second, maybe it's the third, I guess, but it's a pretty volatile objective. And if you only have like 2 people up, you can't be flanking like that.
Yeah, I just
so risky.
Yeah, it's so dangerous to be in the opposite spawn like that. Just look, if you're the last one up, first of all, be aware of that. I'm not sure he was, and second of all, stay on objective. It's always better to die than get capped on, because they had died. It's not a tie game. If he had died, it'd still be 2-3. They don't obviously win the round, but now because he decided to take that risk, it's tied up and it could go either way. And this is potential match point. Also, I just noticed people talking in the comments about the sirens. I'm wearing headsets right now, so I can't really hear it. But no, I don't live in the hood. I just live near a hospital, so ambulances all the time. And I wish they would just get their priorities straight. Like, saving a life, not as important as making sure I have a good cast audio. So, not cool, guys. Not cool.
Well, so I just want to, on that cap, that's what my team is like in the tent whenever I'm trying to cap. Like, come on, Mono, you can do it. Just put the numbers in. You can do it.
Oh man, yeah, that cap should have made you proud, man. I think that was right around the same length of time it takes you to cap in most cases.
I don't fart while I'm capping.
Well, you fart, but it doesn't get picked up by the mic, so it's a little different.
You didn't have to tell him that.
Looks like, yeah, it's a Sheriff DC'd again. It looks like we are a 4v5 right now.
I think they're waiting this one out, but I don't know if they knew that they could reset.
Yeah,
yeah, okay, do you know the quest ones?
I don't, but just in case anybody's not aware of what a reset is, it is when you start a round, there's a countdown. What is it? Is it 10 or 15 seconds? I don't remember.
I think it's 15.
Yeah, I know it's bad. I've played so many rounds that I don't remember. So anyway, at that countdown, if everybody, at least on the CV1, let me just pick up one of my controllers. So you press the B button on the CV1 and an option to give up comes up, which will kill you instantly. If everybody does that within the 15 seconds, then it just gives you what's called a round reset, where no scores are exchanged whatsoever, and you just do the round over again. And that feature...
Same spawns,
everything. And that's also why you can team kill your teammates without any consequence if the other team round resets. So make sure you stab your teammates, don't shoot them in case you give away your spawn. But the reason you do that is because this happens. People disconnect, people have technical problems of one kind or another, they just need to step away for a moment. So don't be afraid of resetting if that happens.
Also, there, as far as I know, there's like a grace period after the timer goes off. So if you have a player at AFK, you can team kill him and then quickly give up, and it should reset. I don't know the exact timing on that, so definitely test that out first. That's something I should ask James, because he told me about that the other day. But we generally don't have AFK players at the beginning of a round, so it's hard to know in my defense.
Yeah. Also, just want to point out another gem here. Mono is living vicariously through whoever just capped. Goddamn. Also, just while we're waiting, can you believe how many leaks are on these pipes? This is just a dangerous place to hang out.
Oh, yeah. It's not going to pass OSHA.
No. I mean, dude, if you have a Molotov with one of those lighters and you click that thing, this whole place is going to blow up.
Nothing of value will be lost.
That's true. I mean,
please blow up Cargo. I don't want to see it ever again.
What are you talking about? Cargo's your favorite map, along with Suburbia.
No. Yes. Suburbia.
So,
my favorite.
I just want to say for everybody watching, if you're ever in a lobby with Mono, make sure that you just get Suburbia Cargo on a continuous loop every time.
No. Don't even say that as a joke. People take it literally. I'll never be able to play this game again.
Mission accomplished. No, don't actually do that. That's just a joke.
Now they're really going to do it. Thanks for nothing, Theta.
You're welcome. Also, why are all these containers just floating around empty? I mean, wouldn't the warehouse have at least some that, like, have stuff in them? Although I guess there's a few that are closed. There's just a lot that's suspicious about this map to me. Like, why are we shooting each other in this giant, dangerous warehouse to begin with?
It's abandoned, yo. That's why all the pipes are breaking.
Also, you can't really send an uplink to a satellite when you've got a giant roof above you, as far as I know. Oh, here we go. Okay, so we have...
We're going 4v5 again.
Yep.
Okay, Operation 1. You gotta pull this off. Went from a 3-0 to a 3-3 with a cap. We're gonna have to see some excellent play at the tunnel with 4 men up in order to see this one through. Okay, we're seeing a nice spread actually. We have 2 players checking out tunnel right now, Trip and Papa. 4D printing is taking up the center. He's taking it nice and slow. He's trying to get some picks on anyone being too aggressive on the defense. One player, I don't even know who they are because it's not coming up. I believe it's Josh Nick, process of elimination.
Yep.
Because he doesn't have a name tag.
Same.
Is actually pushing up right now. He's coming up on objective. Fire catches him out. So this is the kind of thing where map knowledge and map sense comes into play. You would get a sense of where people might be just from playing the game a lot.
Yep. Ooh, that was a good grenade, but it did not pick off 4D printing. I don't know how that happened.
Right, yeah. 4D printing did the right thing. He's trying to get the refrag. He knew where the enemy player was from the fire shots. Good try. He's pushing up. He is aware of where that spot is. He's trying to check it, but he doesn't have the right angle. Papa's trying to get a frag on him too. He hears them talking, and now he's checking. They trade. Fire's in a much better position to get picked up. And Papa's gonna get finished off.
Fire boss not confirming. Come on.
He heard him talking. I don't know if he can actually see him, but he's kind of given up on that idea. He heard someone near objective. He does push off from that and tries to cover it, so that's good play. Ooh, not looking good for Operation 1. I think they're down to 1 player left.
So was the confirm done there? I can't tell. It looks like
I can't tell
done.
because it's broken.
Yeah,
but
I think it is. I think it's dead. Okay. 4D printing bringing the AUG, which is also bothering me. But hey, do you?
It's less bad than the other one.
Yeah, and at least it looks like he doesn't have a laser or a flashlight on it. At least. Let me just check this. Yeah, I don't see any.
I hear that they don't have a count. They haven't been keeping track of their kills, and now they're wondering how many enemy players are out.
Yep.
Always trying to keep an accurate kill count. It's up to you. Don't leave it to everyone else. Don't be the bystander. If the kill count's not coming out, you hear gunfire, be like, hey guys, let's try and keep the kill count up. You know, like who's killed what before they die, and then you don't know that they traded or that they got a kill before a trade or before they died. So communicate, guys. Communicate.
Yeah, and if you're not sure, say so on the radio. Say, like, how many kills do you guys have? And everybody confirms, and then you get at least some sense. I mean, maybe if somebody traded, you won't know, but, you know, it's a good idea to just be checking in regularly about that if there's any doubt.
4D catches out one of the enemy players. He's now pushing up fast. His position was compromised, so he's repositioning. I like this play. He is now coming around the side of objective, which is great. This is kind of a really good angle to take. You can catch people that are rotating around objective, making sure no one's capping out. So I do think that Operation 1 has a really good chance of taking this one. But there is 2 enemy players he has to take. If he does give his position away, especially when you're the last player like that, don't take the shots until you're sure. He does get a really nice shot, and now he's trying to take out the last player, but he couldn't quite weave the bullets through the grates. Really good try from 4D printing, though.
Yeah.
It could have gone either way.
Out there, man. Like, that was so close. He almost had that. He got it down to a 1v1 after, what was it, 1v3? I mean, he had some pretty bad odds.
That was really good. Our last map's going to be Subway. Good choice, guys.
Okay, and let's see. So, let me get these names in real quick.
You got that? Okay.
Yeah.
I'm popping some cameras.
Yeah, so I noticed that if you do it, it still doesn't show up for me. It's another 1.8 feature.
Not sure if it was, yeah. Actually, I think you're right. It used to show up. 7, as usual, is the same spot.
All right.
4 is looking down north, the north stairs.
Oh, it's your favorite objective.
That's my favorite objective. 3 is basement.
Okay.
5 is going to be Marsoc spawn in a second here. Okay. 6 south stair. All right, so how do you think this push is going to go? Coming out of Operation 1, we currently have 4 players. Not sure if we're going to get a 5th. But how do you imagine their game plan being for this objective?
So one thing I've noticed about both teams is they still have that tendency to group up. And to speak to your point, like, you know, sometimes it just feels safer. And I know, especially competition conditions, people get nervous, so they just want to stick together. And if they do that, then my prediction is that they're going to push down those stairs as a group. Which,
North stair?
Yeah, exactly. North stairs, and see what happens there. I could be completely wrong. Wouldn't be the first time, but that's what I would suspect is going to happen.
Okay, so if they know what objective it is, looking at the map, I think they will do a strong north push. Like you said, it's very common for these 2 teams to group up a little bit more than we'd like to see. But this is one of the objectives where grouping up can actually be really powerful. Even out of top teams, we have seen a 4 or 5 man push going down north stair and have it be successful. So this might be just a really interesting round to watch once we finally get going.
Yeah, I'm gonna go over to the market real quick, because like one famous configuration I've seen before, in fact it's been used against us, is from G-Men, where they will send a shield +3 to this north alleyway / north stairs, and then they will keep one person all the way back in the market, usually in this spot right here, and they will catch out anybody that tries to flank them. So the bulk of the push is going, and they smoke it, so you can't really count how many people are coming down the stairs. And what a lot of teams will do is react to that by thinking, okay, their flanks are open, let's send somebody through the horseshoe, which, if you're not familiar, is this area. And by doing that, they think, oh, I'm going to get some free kills, kill the shield, blah, 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 going to be on my highlight reel, and then bang, they get shot. And that's something you should really be utilizing if you're going to be doing concentrated pushes, which is something I think you were talking about earlier, right?
Yeah. We definitely. This is, I think, one of the biggest concentrated push objectives on the entire game. I really like that about this objective because it's just a play style that generally, like we've been talking about, doesn't go well for Marstock most of the time. But this one, it can actually work, which I really like. Welcome to the stream, VR Stony. Yep. This is a bronze match between Fire Dragons and Operation 1. Technically speaking, I think we're at a 1-1 right now, right?
Yep. Fire Dragons took the last one. They took Cargo, and Operation 1 took Suburbia, so this is a tiebreaker.
That should be really interesting. Subway is such a fun map. I think it's hard to cast, but it's really fun to watch when it works. So we'll see how it goes. This is definitely one of my favorite maps as well right now.
Yeah, well, I think, Mayhem in particular, we do very well on this map, and it's just
totally not why,
Yeah,
totally
of course not. Of course not. And I really only like maps I do well on. I'll just say that.
Yeah, I 5-star those ones.
Yeah, back when we had custom maps, for all you new people, we had a 5-star rating
Back in the
system.
day.
Back in the day, like 3 weeks ago, we had maps that could be rated 1 through 5 stars, and the joke was if you did poorly on a map, you gave it 1 star, and if you did great, you gave it 5. So the term 5-star map came out of that, in case you're wondering.
And also, whenever you're playing with the map maker or the person who made the custom map, always accuse them of cheating. They're obviously cheating.
Naturally.
They're just big stinky cheaters.
So I'm just going to go around and read some of these posters while we're waiting for everybody to do this. Let me make sure first.
That one's so stupid.
Traveling to Russia, documentary film coming soon. I can't wait.
Oh.
We still have the Fizzy Kook machines, though. I feel like this is almost a sly jab at Canadians because the way it's spelled. Like Fizzy Kook, eh? What you talking about? Let's see. Do we still have the cucumber water? I think we do.
Yes, we do. Yeah, we do. On 2, delicious.
Cucumber juice. Yes. Oh my God! I just realized that this newspaper is called the Columbus Stalker. Did you see this before?
I have not looked at it.
Oh my God! Oh wow! If you just look
a whole new thing.
Juice,
Did you see that? A whole new thing that's so close to the VRML team from the devs. The whole thing. Oh my God! There's a connection.
Oh boy! It's Illuminati pyramid with one eye on top.
Right here, if you look at 2, this kind of explains 1.8 in a nutshell.
His world is about to be washed away. The world is competitive onward, washed away.
We are now starting the match. We have a 4v4. Looks like they've evened it out to make it a little bit more even on the scrim today.
Yeah, I checked my messages because I'm in communication with captains here. I didn't see anything about DCs or anything, but I'm assuming it was some kind of technical difficulty and they're just going to push through without players.
Right. We have a 2-man push going down North Tunnel right now, or Suicide Tunnel as I like to call it. No Volkers really pushing out. They are kind of standing out in the open. This is where I get a lot of picks when people stand out in the open milling about. And I look down the stairs, I see their feet, and I blast them. So be really careful about this. They've taken the stairs. They only have 1 player. He's in the back corner. That's kind of a reserve position, guys. You should probably have someone else covering the stairs in a different spot. The rest of the Volk team is mostly watching for a south push. Always expect a north push of some description. I've very rarely seen any games where they're calling out. We are shots fired. Neither one is connecting. If the Marsoc was prone going down these stairs, he would have been able to kill the guy in the back corner without being seen.
Ooh, Trip just turned
Robert
his
is
back
trying
there.
to help out.
Oh.
He takes out 1 but gets refragged by Josh. He isn't confirmed though. There is a res capable for the Volk team here, but he's in a really precarious position. Josh needs to confirm his kills.
I've seen this a few times. People are not confirming their kills, and it's so devastating because that can make the difference between a win or a loss, especially when you're down a man on each side.
The revive does come out. He repeaks the same corner, gets taken out by Josh again. Josh is actually prone going down the stairs. The only thing about this is he's really, he takes fires, but his gun is, including he's hitting the stairs in front of him.
Yeah.
He takes him out.
So that was
You
just
don't.
two
Go
double
ahead.
peaks in a row. So guys, this is something I talked about on the last cast. You should not be double peeking like that. Like somebody dies on that corner, don't just look at that corner right after it happens, and especially don't look again after that, because they will just pick you off, as we saw. Two bodies on the same corner should never happen.
Nick's trying to take out South. We got a prone v prone battle going on here. So the problem here is that with that double peeking, the caveat there is that this objective, you can't go anywhere else. You can't. So you really don't want them to have control of the stairs.
Yep.
Because now he is in control of the situation.
Yeah.
That said, he almost frags himself.
Ultimately, they should have had a different configuration around the tunnel, but yeah, I mean, fair point. They didn't really have a choice but to keep looking at the stairs. And the problem here now is if Josh gets this kill, he's by himself on objective.
He did call it out on the radio.
Okay.
That said, the enemy player, or the Volk player, sorry, is contending with 4D chess right now, or printer. 4D chess is his game plan right now. Oh, and just like that, Josh has been taken out. So the defense is holding. Was a little shaky there, but they did pull together. South was communicating, so if he did go down, the last Volk player could get himself killed or make that last rush in. It looks like 4D printing took him out, though, so now it's a 1v1. South needs to be covering both objectives here. Don't get fixated just on the stairs, especially since you might have heard the shots coming from your teammate and your teammate's dead. So something's gone on over there at the very least. 4D printing is moving up on objective. He's really close. We could see a cap coming out here if South doesn't check around this corner. Tablet's out. South, don't just talk on the radio. Look, check your tablet. Why did you shoot 4D? Oh, no.
Okay, that worked out, but yeah, that was really unnecessary. He could have snuck up and cap potentially, because you can go into this corner right here and you can cap. And I think both of us have done this before. You're pretty slow, but you could probably still do it. Cap from that little corner right on objective with somebody around the corner who's just not checking.
Right, that could have definitely happened here. So just to elaborate here, this is one of the most unique objectives in Onward. If they get control of the stairs, you can rotate, but it's really a really long rotate, where they have to go all the way up topside and come behind you down the north alley. And unless you can really hold them back, it's going to be too late. So don't let them take control of the stairs without a fight. And that's kind of what happened here, unfortunately. But they did pull it out. The defense almost worked. Good communication. I think it was South Branch. He was communicating really well with his team, letting him know what was going on, saying he almost got overwhelmed. If you're the last man up, you need to be checking everywhere that can be capped. You need to be running around. If you die, that's unfortunate, but at least you didn't lose 2 points.
Yep.
Never let them cap as the last man up. Never.
Yeah, there are objectives like Kiat and Bazaar where that's easier said than done, but it's in this situation there's really no excuse. Just die.
The scrim might be over, actually. We have 3 players left on Fire Dragons and nobody in Operation 1.
They're saying they're rehosting. Same password.
Oh, okay.
All right, I'm gonna hop out of this one. Let me change this.
Want to go to intermission really quick? Yeah.
Yeah. So we're gonna be right back, guys. Just give us a minute to switch to the new lobby.
Should be a quick transition.
Alright, we are back. We were just waiting for the last player on Fire Dragons to join us, but we have rehosted the lobby, and let's see, we have the market objective. I don't know if they're going to do anything with, I mean, there was one round one. I don't know if they're going to, like, try to rearrange things or just play it through, or what the deal is there. Looks like they might just play through.
Yeah, I'm not sure what's going on. It does seem like you're correct there. It sounds like we are starting this match right on up. No breaks, no breaks.
It's like I live my life.
I don't know how much you like this idea, but we should have 2 people go alleyway.
Oh, they're talking about their quest running out of battery.
Oh boy. That's interesting. That's not a problem in any previous Onward season, because I mean, these matches can go. We've had, I mean, even on Mayhem, we've had some long contested matches that go on for like 2.5, 3 hours sometimes, and it's my understanding the quest battery only lasts like 2 hours, right?
Yeah, the default charge, roughly 2 hours. You need to have those battery packs. And I guess it's better to have a battery pack regardless, because the headset is imbalanced anyways on your head without a counterweight.
Huh.
We have a one-man push going up south. He is completely alone. He's standing out in the most risky spot. Don't stand here 4D printing. That's a bad spot to be. You want to get out of the danger zone very, very quickly. We have a really tight defense from Fire Dragons. I'm a fan of this defense, honestly. They have every angle covered. They have some people in some sneaky spots. They can always rotate really easily, considering they're right on objective. Yeah, it's not bad, especially since they only have 4 players. Play it tight. Don't let them cap.
Yep. I will say... Oh, no, never mind. I was going to say they're watching the same spot. They're actually doing a really good job of covering all the angles. The only one who I don't...
They have one angle not really being watched now because Floral pushed up.
Yeah, I was just going to say that changed. I mean, Robert Daniel Fox is watching
Speaking
south,
of 4D is...
Oh.
4D printing is coming up on the one angle not being watched. If he goes slow, goes quiet, and gets lucky...
Oh, team
Did
killed.
he get team killed?
Yes, he did.
No, it was almost. Now they're all going to be looking. Oh, your Thunder's been taken, 4D printing.
I know.
Taken.
4D was in such a good position to sneak up on him, and that team kill just derailed him.
We had a player coming up from the south tunnel entrance area, and he gets taken out by Robert, who's really just had a one-shot tap, taking him out. Oh, that went from cap to lose right there.
Yeah.
Oh, so close. Yeah, the team kills can be devastating, guys. Try and really work on target acquisition, identification. Your friends are your friends. Shoot the enemies.
Reinhardt
Or
Dean in
Wookie.
the comments, Kesney would be proud. Yes, he would.
Yes, we do have 4v4 right now. You could say 3v5, but let's not get too mean. It does happen from time to time.
Yeah, I mean, both of us are guilty of killing Wookie in the same game, so...
He had it coming, okay?
Who did he think he was, rushing that objective, facing away
Yeah.
from you? I mean, what a dick.
Yeah.
Just
He didn't
deserve
even
your
make
shot.
Wookiee calls. I couldn't tell who he was.
Yeah. Seriously, make Wookiee calls, make sure we understand that you are, in fact, a Wookiee, not a Volk.
There's a reason Trip sings. Everybody knows where he is, including his teammates, so it's a good strategy.
Let's see. Okay, so...
They were trying to get somebody, but they started anyway.
Why'd you start it?
Now they're arguing.
Guys, remember the reset. Remember the reset.
I don't think they know it all.
Yeah, so that's just something, because I know a lot of these guys watch it back, just, If you're not sure what that means, just get into a closed lobby and experiment, but just press give up at the beginning of the round and it'll stop everything.
No, we have 4 people. They've got 4
just to
people.
be,
One have a battery, another one-
I think your noise gate is a little too high. It's cutting you out every now and again.
Is it? Okay.
Yeah,
I can adjust
I
that.
forgot to bring that up during the intermission. But yeah, there's sometimes you're cutting out here. As for the game here, we have one player that pushed hard up to north stair. He's now watching. He's throwing a frag down just in case someone's coming. He threw a smoke, actually. I'm confused about this play. But maybe he confused them.
Yeah, I'm not sure
Okay,
what the
okay.
point
We
of
can
that
go through
was.
here. We can go through that door.
Marsoc is still at spawn. I think they were talking a lot. They're now going down the train track. It looks like they're going underground and maybe going for a top push through the tunnels.
Did he go down this way?
Can pay off.
Oh my God, look at the map and see where we are.
Oh boy, there's a lot of confusion going on Marsoc right now.
And Volk, they had 3 players just sitting there talking for a while too. But they are now pushing up. Josh is pushing up to tunnel entrance right now.
We're going down? We're going up this way, man.
Oh man.
Kind of running around a lot.
This goes down.
Guys, you only have 5 minutes to play, and
Do go down.
even if you don't have a perfect plan, just come up with something and stick with it, and then adapt as needed.
So we can-
They've got a
we can push it
4-man
this way.
push going through the basement. They're
Yeah,
making
yeah,
a
go,
lot
go,
of
yeah,
noise,
yeah,
though.
yeah.
Boy, yeah, they are sprinting up
Oh
the
my
stairs.
gosh.
They are all talking. This is going to be dangerous. I don't know.
I think they're pissed that they don't have their 5th guy.
Right, we're right up, we're right up. Keep on going, keep on coming up, keep on coming up.
Oh, there's no one watching. Oh, never mind. Trip. It sounds like he heard them. He's watching that corner now. He's going to have a field day if they all come up at the same time.
Yeah, somebody please.
Somebody peek. I'm here. Take me out.
Oh, he's going to throw a flash.
Trip
Oh, boy.
likes old country roads, Beyonce songs. Trip comes
Oh.
out. He takes out 3, I think,
Oh.
and 4.
And
He
the squad
had the
wipe.
team wipe. Yeah. Mega kill. So this happens when you all bunch up, and then on top of that, you're talking a bunch. I know it can get hard to stay focused near the end 3rd map, but I mean the game's still on. Stay in like a winning mindset throughout the entire game, even if you've won both the first maps. Play for blood.
Yes, exactly. That's something I've talked about, but just reiterate the point. If you've won the first 2 maps, a lot of teams kind of slack off, but that's a bad idea because in the league we have what's called MMR, matchmaking rank, and that's calculated based on the results of every map. So you want to just basically keep stomping all the way to the end, as ruthless as that might sound, because it'll boost your rankings. And in this case, I mean, guys, this is a tiebreaker. You should not be getting that discouraged, because if you start losing the mental game, you will lose the game itself. So stay focused. Don't get discouraged. Even if you drop a round, just get right back in it and reset yourselves mentally.
I'm going down here.
I found something for you on 2.
I'm just gonna stop doing that. I'm not. Every time I see it,
That was so
zoom away.
obvious.
I zoom away as fast as I can so that other people are not cursed with the Z fighting.
I looked really hard for that. Okay, it's a lot harder now. They're doing a better job taking care of that stuff, but I'll find it.
Yeah, there's some in the horseshoe. Oh, never mind. It's not. It's just.
There was really bad when 1.8 first came out. There was extremely bad. Okay, so now we have the basement objective, the hardest objective for Marsoc to attack. No one's covering the tunnel entrance. Not good. Oof. We got a lot of stacked defenders as well, both in the same direction, covering the same angle.
Yeah. Again, guys, don't look at the same places. Especially on defense, you should just be crossing your angles, but not looking exactly the same place. And yeah, if somebody pops out of this tunnel right now, especially Sad Potato Boy and Robert Daniel Fox are just right next to each other, it's just going to be a clear shot through Sad Potato Boy into Robert Daniel Fox.
You might not even know you get 2 kills until you run out.
Yep.
Because they're so online and it's so dark.
Yep.
Other than that, I do like this position, crouched really low, even prone in some cases, looking up, trying to catch their knees. I get a lot of kills that way. So almost there. Just need to adjust the defense a little bit. It could be really solid. Marsoc, meanwhile, are doing a really good job of clearing the second level, making sure nobody's around trying to get a sneaky shot in their back before they move up. We're going to see our first fight right here between Papa and Daniel Fox.
Oof.
Daniel shoots him in the kneecaps. It's a tough position to attack. That's why in my opinion, the tunnel is so critical. Even if you can't get a foothold, you can distract them really a lot if you can get up to the doorway of the tunnel entrance.
Yep.
And threaten the people on the tracks. So this is one of those objectives where Marsoc needs to be working really well together. Otherwise, you're going to die one at a time and not accomplish anything.
Yeah, I'm a little curious about what they're trying to accomplish right now. So Marsoc, there are some teams that are really good about this. In fact, I remember a recent game. If you guys want to see an excellent push on this, go watch the Dark Matter versus SEAL Team Bravo game from Season 10. Looks like that was a kill. Yep.
Yeah, I shot another person peeking over. You 3 bodies there.
So
don't do it.
if you guys have an opportunity, go watch that footage again. Dark Matter versus SEAL Team Bravo, Season 10. I believe it was the first map, but Dark Matter had the most beautiful coordinated push on this objective, and they completely surprised SEAL Team Bravo. Oh boy.
4D printing, you beast.
Yep.
You got that flashing clear. I liked that. That was great. Even if I would originally want to criticize for attacking the same way, it worked out. Oh my gosh, 4D printing.
Ooh, and the combo.
You monster. You monster.
Oh, one away from a squad
Be
wipe.
still, my heart. All right, Floral Chase, last man up. He knows where he is.
Oh, squad
Oh
wipe.
my. 4D, that was great. You should feel really good about yourself. That was really good. So that, while it looked really good, what 4D did right there, what I'd say to take away from this is that the defenders were too close together. They both got flashed at the same time. He easily was able to transition from shooting one person to shooting the other one because they're right next to each other. And there's all these blind angles. He could have been the other defender could have been hiding behind to get the refrag, but instead, since they were right next to each other, they got taken out. Then the other players that are defending the north stairs were vulnerable because the south defense was completely obliterated all at once. So that's why you have to spread out. Otherwise, you're gonna get totally destroyed from one person getting lucky on their probing attack.
Yep. So
But it does look beautiful.
2 squad wipes in one map. That is amazing. On the same team too. One from Trip, one from 4D Printing, both on Operation 1.
Josh Nick has Operation -1 right now.
That was a good spot for me.
Oof.
No, it's okay. He's gonna get a squad wipe of his own on this map. I'm feeling it.
That would make me so happy to see him come back from that.
You guys over here? I'll get
See, if you get enough kills to get rid of the -1, did you really team kill it all?
Yes.
Onward philosophy.
The oldest philosophical question in existence, contemplated since the time of Socrates.
I'm holding tunnel.
Okay. So we've got...
Sheriff had Wi-Fi issues, it sounds like.
Oh, that sucks, man.
Wi-Fi sucks.
Yep. They don't... On Quest, though, you don't really have a choice, right? There's no wired...
No,
Ethernet
not really.
on that, so...
No. And that kind of defeats the point. But yeah. You can have that quest link, but probably have a quest for a reason. Or maybe you really like the freedom of being untethered. I can say that does sound pretty cool.
This is interesting. So Trip has placed his flashbang on the ground in front of him along with his pistol. I don't know, probably grab the pistol.
I'm ready.
Yeah, I'd probably drop the pistol because that pistol is so easy to grab when you're syringing or something, so I wouldn't blame him for that. I am curious.
I wouldn't put it next to the grenade, though. He'll pick it up when he's trying to... He's like, oh, my grenade! And then he'll grab his pistol like, this piece of crap!
Who was it that... I think it was Defilade who ended up throwing his pistol instead of a grenade one game?
I don't know if I was there, but yeah, I imagine that happening. Oh.
Ooh.
John... he puts his gun inside the enemy player and blasts. Gets him.
Ooh, yeah, this is another reason, guys, remember, don't line up. So he just sat on top of that staircase, and you guys were right behind each other, or one in front of the other, and he just shot.
Oh, was
right
that two?
through.
Oh, yeah, that was 2 kills. Oh.
Yep.
And if you're gonna, another just quick tip: if you're gonna attack the tunnels, especially at the start, go fast. Go pretty fast. Get to the point where you can stop them from flanking you. Usually we'll have a couple people going tunnels so you can cover both sides, and then work together, clear it out until you get to this corner that Josh just ran past. Because this is the most dangerous corner that you really got to be super careful. Check for C4. Neither of these teams seem to be very keen on using C4, but it's something you always need to be really aware of on this map, and especially on this objective.
It is interesting. I hadn't considered that, but I'm trying to remember if I've seen any real C4 usage in these rookie matches.
I have not seen one for this match, or the one that I saw part of before everything stopped.
For a power outage, just put an end to your casting that day.
Thank you, PG&E in California. All right, so pretty slow. We have 2 minutes left. 2 fire dragons are down. We do need to see some movement here. Some bold plays from the fire dragons to pull this one back. They do have opportunities here because Operation 1 are leaving gaps in their defense. The tunnel hasn't been checked for a while now. The south stairs wasn't being watched. Papa is now on it. But you just got to be careful. Another thing, if you check out camera 2, and you kind of saw it when you're looking at the pistol and the flash, don't leave those out in the open. If I see that tablet sitting there and no other pieces of kit, I'm gonna infer that you're sitting around that corner.
Excellent point. Yep.
Yeah, hide that stuff. It's shameful.
Shame.
Using an upgraded pistol is pretty shameful too. But we won't get into that.
Yeah, I heard there's a video about loadouts. I don't know. Not gonna make any.
I think he talks about how good the Makarov is.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, Makarov is superior. Just pack that and nothing else, or throw your primary.
Oh boy,
okay.
Okay.
Roll with the Makarov.
So I just noticed Marsoc is up still in Chinatown right now. They have 30 seconds left.
Boy, yeah.
Guys, you gotta have some tempo here. It's 30 seconds in. You need to be actually assaulting right now, killing the enemy team. There's no time. They don't know where the uplink is. Oh no.
Okay, so
oh no.
Just in the name of being fair, the map does not do a good job of highlighting where the objective is, and like we're used to it. We know where the positions are because we've been playing for so long. And there's the timeout. But if you're brand new, it will not be easy to figure out sometimes.
And just a fun quirk of Onward, just another thing that's been in here basically as long as I've been playing at the very least. The timer is a lie. It's always 2 seconds fast. The round ends when there's 2 seconds left on the timer. So just keep that in mind. If you only have like 5 seconds left or something, you're probably not going to get the cap off. Just try and finish off the enemy team. Just a fun little thing. Not really fun at all, actually, but it is what it is.
Pretty much the exact opposite of fun, but that's fine.
It's Onward charm.
Exactly.
All right, Fire Dragons, 1 point to Operation 1's 3. We do need to see a strong comeback here. Fire Dragons are going to take this series. There has been some really intense comebacks in the series already, though, so you never know what might happen.
Still be up one and then do the same thing again, or you just want to try to freaking finish this now?
I said we just play like a trot, honestly.
Okay, they're figuring out the marker for up and
I
down.
say we play like we've been.
Exactly. Learning experience, guys.
Dang, they're checking my game.
Yeah, it's kind of interesting to listen to the pre-round talk on these new teams and just kind of get some sense of how they're thinking about it.
I'm gonna be right here.
If anyone's wondering, Theta is drinking some cucumber water. Cucumber juice, actually. She's one of those people.
Thetarade?
I mean, he might call it that, but it's still cucumber water.
Thetarade coming to a vending machine near you, and I'm not giving you a penny of the rights to that. I am a greedy son of a bitch, you better believe it. Robert Daniel Fox taking what I would argue not the best position. If somebody pops up, well, okay, so we've got somebody coming through the tunnel behind a
He actually has his every angle covered unless they sneak around. 40 comes up behind, takes out the person on his back. Daniel Fox needs to respond to this. He heard his friendly go down, probably, maybe.
I don't think so.
No, he's calling out, is that friendly? He's looking the wrong way.
Oof.
Check your tablet. See that your friendly's dead. Respond. Do not let them just flank you like that. 4D is going to get another team wipe. And we're a cap. He is taking out 3. The last player is...
Way in the north. Way in the north.
Oh, he's alive. He looks dead. He looks like a little monster right now.
Oh boy, so if he...
But
he can cap. He
this
can
is
cap
called
from
tunnel
right
vision.
Cap,
Yeah,
cap,
it's
cap,
tunnel vision, guys. Do not get tunnel vision. Check your tablet. What happened? Where's my team?
Hey, tell your teammates you're capping. Tell your teammates you're capping, because if they come out and shoot this guy, the cap goes away. This is happening.
In fact, yeah, it's happening. It's a happening.
And there we have it. 5-1.
It happens, guys. But always check your tablet. We need to be more aware. I think that's one of the 2 things that both teams could work on. Is checking your tablet. And also not bunching up. Have a game plan beforehand that involves people going specific places on the map where you're spread out, you're working together, you're separate but still working together. You're not 5 lone wolves, but you are spread out, so you don't all die together. There was a pretty good game, or good set of games, I should say. Some really fun comebacks. And I really enjoyed it. What are your thoughts?
Yeah, I mean, in my opinion, the real benefit of the ScrimCast is that these guys get an opportunity to practice competition conditions and see what it's like. I know after the last ScrimCast, I had one of the players actually message me and said, wow, that was so much different than what I normally play. He was a little upset about his performance, which I told him, like, hey, don't worry about it. Competition's just different. But you know, the way you play in a pub lobby, or even I guess these days a comp lobby, versus what it's like to compete is much, much different. So this is an opportunity for them to play under those conditions, play under the stress of getting casted, which I know adds some level of anxiety for a lot of people. And then you get to learn. So you got footage of the mistakes you make, footage of the good moves you make, and as long as you come out of this feeling like you can improve off of what you've seen and done, then it's a win for everybody involved.
Absolutely. Just a quick Q&A question here, coming from Dyslexic Dazzler. When are you going to be official Onward caster, Theta?
I have no idea.
You better have an idea. What's your thoughts?
I don't know.
Tell us now.
I guess I would be open to it. I don't know how to run their casting deck, which from my understanding is pretty complex, but yeah, I don't know.
Yeah, you learn. That's why they expect you to not know, though, and that's why they do it in the off season, so they can train you on that deck.
That's true. Well, it sounds like people want to hear you as a caster as well. I know that's something you've mentioned in the past. Is that something you're still interested in as well?
Possibly. I definitely would need more main camera practice, and it's really hard to do that right now in 1.8 with the minimap being the way it is. The good casters, just a little inside tip, the good casters don't really watch the action. They just watch the minimap. They look for interesting situations, and they're just jumping around. They're one step ahead of the players because they have an overhead view, and they're not watching the gunfight going down. And that's just something we can't do right now, which is affecting the quality of the cast. But we try our best to show the action, call out those kills, give you the insight. But yeah, do you have anything else to add?
No, I would just say, guys, if you have additional questions, or like I said before, if you want to like get involved in scrims, maybe you're feeling a little intimidated by the league, you don't want to join a team quite yet. Again, the address for the Discord, top left corner of the screen, invite.gg/ThetaVR. We love to have you. So come out and play some games with us. Other than that, I really don't have anything else to add. I think we can, yeah, everybody's gone, so we can safely say this is likely the end of the cast.
All right, have a good one, guys.
Yeah, thanks for watching. Until next time.
Thanks for something. Whatever he said.
Oh, did I not come through?
Nope.
Oh, okay. Well, thank you for watching, guys. Sorry my mic sucks today.